Hey everybody, it's Andy, aka Max Ryder, and I'm back. We are back out here at the ranch, the horse ranch. I hate the roof on that thing. Sorry. I need to just fix it and deal with it. Today, as you can see from my inventory, we're building. Ta-da! And we are going to... let's... First off, if I can make this thing work, turn the timer on. Great. We are going to build a ranch house out here. Now I am going to be stealing the design from Scotty Garbitas. He built his farmhouse. I'll put a link in the description of where you can see it, and I really liked it. He took some ideas from me, and then he refined them and made them different. And I'm going to take some ideas from him and kind of do the same thing. This one's going to be up off the ground because the ranchers here are actually living in the same space as the horses. I'm also going to change up some of the color design of his because I really like, I know he likes hardwood oak floors, but I really like the birch floors. I think they make the interiors of houses look so much bigger and so bright and well lit. So we're going to get working on this, and today I'm finally going to talk to you guys about, oh darn, there's a bit of a cliffhanger since I have to do this. I am finally going to talk to y'all about Tracy. In the winter of 1993, as I think I've said before, 1993 was a bit of a banner year for me when it comes to women. I knew the most women in 1993. I was intimate-ish. I guess kissing is very intimate for me, so I was intimate with the most women in 1993. Oh wait, no, that's wrong. Here's something I like that he did. Oh, dang it. I hate when I put things in the wrong place. He did just a little bit of brick. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. He did just a little bit of brick on the bottom to kind of highlight and accent the house, and I thought that looked really neat. So I'm going to do that as well. In the winter of 1993, I was asked to do props for a play called Me and My Gal. It was a good play. I'd never done props before, so I was kind of nervous about it. Here's where the door's going to be. Boop. Not sure how many windows I'm going to put in. He did a lot of windows, and I'm not sure that I like that, so I think we're going to go this route. Oh, no, this is exactly what he did. As you can see, we're going to be right up against the tree, so we're going to have to remove some leaves for that. I'm not sure if I want as many windows in the back. Yeah, so we're going to go for fewer. So I was doing props for this show, and of course, it was a play. This is in Greensboro, North Carolina. Of course, it was a play. Wow, that is so wrong. Oh my goodness, I don't want the whole... I got distracted talking to y'all. I only want the bottom layer to be brick. The rest we're going to do in oak. And then the roof is going to be jungle wood, and that'll make it look slightly different from the other structures. It'll obviously be the house as opposed to the wasp name. Redo. Okay, let's concentrate on both building and talking. That would be awesome. So, winter of 1993, I did this show. Actually, I know that Bettina was in it, and I don't remember if she was the one who asked me to come do props or not. But there was another woman in the show. Her name was Tracy, and she was beautiful. I mean, she had blue eyes, the biggest blue eyes I think I had ever seen, and was just gorgeous. That's interesting. Didn't know it did that. Weird. Okay. Whoops. Anyway, so of course, being myself, I started to get a crush on this girl, and she seemed really nice, and we talked a few times, not very much, but eventually, as usual, I said, look, I'm just gonna, actually, she might have been, she might have been the first girl that I actually said, I'm just gonna ask her out and see what happens. Nope, that's not true, because that was Cindy. Okay, let's see, oh, darn it. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Wow. I am not... I am a mess right now. Anyway, she was... Here, let's pick up some more trash. She was gorgeous, amazing blue eyes, very cute, petite, just amazing woman. And I got talking to her a couple times, managed to get a little bit of time with her during the show, but and when I did, I found out that she was seeing somebody. I can't remember his name. He was a lawyer, though. And when I saw a picture of him, I was not impressed. Of course, part of that, I'm sure, is just from pure jealousy. Okay. So we're going to get some light in here. I'm thinking the floor... 1, 2, 3. I think we're going to do some half slabs for the floor. Okay, there's some light. But the floor, the half slabs are going to be this guy again. So, see how we're doing so far. Not bad. We'll see. I'm not as impressed with this now that I'm building it myself, which kind of bites. But what are you going to do? Okay, so we got that going. Now, I think this is going to be the floor height right here. So we got to build some half slabs. Anyway, sorry. During the show, I also wrecked my car, which really sucks because it really put a crimp on a lot of things. But I managed to talk to Tracy enough that I got to know her, and I actually managed to get her to go out with me. And so we... Wow, I forgot how romantic a story this is. So we went out on a date, an actual date. Asked her out to dinner. We ended up going to a place in the mall that I knew she really liked. And unfortunately, she had to drive because my car was wrecked. I ran a red light that I did not notice on Wendover Avenue in Greensboro, North Carolina. Pretty much I was looking down the road at the next light. And so went through, smashed into a car. I mean, it was entirely my fault. I was very clear with that with the officer that I was looking at the next light down the line and didn't... Oh, for goodness sakes. And actually, to be quite honest, I think it was during rehearsals for me and my gal, I was supposed to pick Bettina up and wrecked the car on the way to that. And it was only later that I ended up doing props. I was props master for that show. So, I don't know if they would actually call it props master or not. Anyway, digression. That's the backstory for why I did not have a car at the time. What am I doing? Oak. Oh my gosh. No, come on. So anyway, we went on a date. It was really nice. I had a great time, and I think she had fun too. I could be a fun guy to be around. And afterwards, went back. Went back to my apartment. I don't know how much I'm deviating from Matt's design here. Probably quite a bit. There's going to be a bed right there. Maybe not. Excuse me. So, we went back to my apartment afterwards and hung out. I had mentioned to her that I wrote poetry, and I had some poetry, and she was interested in reading it, or hearing it, or whatever it. You know, she was interested in the poetry. Now let's see, the windows are this height, and I was going to do dormers. 2, 3. Ooh, you know what? Matt did 1. I could do 2. Ooh. Gotta remember how I did this. We're going to need more oak. So, we went back to my apartment and we're reading some poetry, and I'm an awful poet. No, I'm not awful, but I'm your typical guy who likes to write poetry who's not great at it. Let's do the ends here first. But some of my poetry is okay. And I can't remember if I read her some of the poetry I wrote to Sandra or not, because I was still in pretty bad shape about Sandra. Let me figure this out. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Figured out what I was doing wrong. The upstairs windows are actually going to be fairly low. I'm trying to decide if I want to do 2, because that would mix up the design quite a bit. Or if 2 is going to be crowding it. Matt did 1, and I really liked how that looked, but I like lots of windows too. And this is actually going to extend out 1 more, so I think I can make that work. Anyway, so we're talking. I remember this very clearly because it was. I'm not a really forward guy. Every once in a while, I just get forward. I'm just like, I need to say this. I need to do this right now. Usually when I'm just really caught up emotionally, and I was totally head over heels for this girl, and I hardly knew her. Which, yeah, I know, goes without saying, but hold on 1 more sec. Okay, sorry about that. So, where was I? Head over heels, yes. I was crazy for this woman, and we're going to see how this works, or if it's too tight. Okay, interesting. Anyway, I turned to her and I said, because she had been looking at me in this way that was just, like I said, I was head over heels for this woman. Still am, which sucks. I don't get over people. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. So, might have to redo this. This might be just way too crowded. I mean, that's a lot of windows. I keep putting off what I said to her, don't I? You know what, we're going to simplify down. We're going to just stick with Matt's design, and we're going to just do 1 window in the middle. I think if this were a little wider, this might work, but I don't think it's going to work in this case. Anyway, so I turned to her, and I said, "Do you want to kiss me?" And she was embarrassed, of course. And she said, like I said, she was embarrassed. And she said, "What kind of question is that?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm sorry." She goes, "Yeah, well, how would you feel if somebody said that to you?" I don't know if this is exactly how the conversation went down, but it went something to the effect of, "Well, how would you feel if somebody asked you that? Do you want to kiss me?" And I said, "I'm going to kiss you so bad." And she looked at me. I don't think she was expecting that. I don't think she was expecting the unmitigated gall and honesty that I was essentially, that was me, that still is me. And she said, and she looked at me, and then she said, "Yeah, I want to kiss you." Oh my gosh. It was one of those moments, those perfect, amazing moments that are so rare. And I said, "Okay, well, let's not write yet. Let's wait." No, I said, "Let's wait a few minutes to maintain the spontaneity," which was just stupid. I should have just kissed her. So we read some more poems, and then I leaned over and kissed her, and then we kissed for a long time, and it was amazing. Now, unfortunately, now let's hang on to that moment for just a second. It was amazing. So, yes, heavy sigh. Where's jungle wood? I'm gonna need some jungle wood. Not a whole lot, I don't think. Oh, for crying out loud. Freaking lag. I'm having a lot of lag on this server. So, we went on a couple more dates. We kissed some more. Yeah, that would have been the problem right there. The way the dormers were going was not going to work, I don't believe. It would have been too tight. I gotta put something down in there too. Anyway, we kissed a lot. We made out quite a bit. We did not go any further than kissing, as she was not comfortable with that. Interesting. I'm gonna decide what to do about that. but we did a lot. We did an awful lot, and wow. I remember going to visit her at her house one time, and her parents were home because she was living at home at the time. She was done with college and working, but she was saving money so that she could get started. And we just ended up, after 5 minutes of visiting with her parents, we just went back to her bedroom and made out, which was, wow. Oh my goodness. I loved her so much. I still do. I still love her. Just stupid, but it is what it is. Anyway, blah, 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 long story short, she ended up breaking up with me. Haha, big surprise, right? Like, you didn't see that one coming. She was still dating this other guy. She felt bad about that. And what really sucked was that by the time she she had broken up with that guy, I was seeing somebody else. And it was a while later. And so that was it. Just kind of, you know, done. And like I said, still have very strong feelings for her. And I guess that's the whole story. She was the, let's see. Let's take a look. I actually was in love with her. So she was about the, maybe 4th or 5th person that I fell in love with. So, there you go. There you have it. Another broken heart story from me. Yay. Oh, let's gather any stuff we might have dropped. And where are we? 17 minutes in. Dang it. That took way longer than I thought. My timer might be slightly off. So this is probably going to be a longer video. I apologize. Like I said, well, I might break this one in half too. So we'll see.